So this year was a very interesting year at Congregation Olam Tikvah.
Mark and I had the honor of participating in Noy's Taste of Memories. The night that we did it, we honored the life and memory of a young mother, Kim Levin-Grand.
All right, so my highlight of the year of Olam Tikvah was during the Scholar in Residence program when Dr. Culp was here. That Friday night after dinner we had a lecture, and it was about the songs in the Haggadah that we sing, the silly ones, the funny ones we all laugh at. Well, I've been singing those songs all my life. I didn't know how old they were. I was absolutely blown away learning that those songs have origins that are 400 to 500 years old.
One of the highlights this past year at Olam Tikvah was our Scholar in Residence weekend. Rabbi Dr. Joshua Culp came to us and talked about various aspects of the Haggadah. He's written some of his own, and he enlightened us as to many different aspects of the Haggadah.
This year's adult B'nai Mitzvah class was definitely a highlight. To see 9 adults take on the study of Shabbat morning service and learn to chant Torah shows all of us that it is never too late to learn.
So we have 16 girls in our Girl Scout troop here at Olam Tikvah. And this year we've decided to really get involved with the Power Packs and get involved with social action. So when we've attended the Power Packs, we have read books and talked about what they know about hunger and homelessness and how it affects other kids in their schools or them or anybody they might know, and how what we're doing really makes a difference in the world.
So one moment that stands out in my mind from the last year here at Olam Tikvah was a Shabbat morning service where all age groups were present and being celebrated. There was an older couple celebrating a milestone wedding anniversary. There was a teenager earning their yacht award. There was a baby naming in which the baby was the great-granddaughter of one of our founding members of this congregation. All the ages, all the generations of that family were there, and I just thought, this is really a wonderful place, a really vibrant place.
The most significant moment for me, for Congregation Olam Tikvah this year, was the Power Pack program, which OT hosted on Sunday, October 28th. The other 2 faith groups participating in this community project are Make Space, a Muslim mosque, and St. Mark, a Catholic church. The 3 faith groups decided that our community project would be Food for Others Power Pack program. Tragically, the day before the Power Pack program, the horrific murders of congregants at the Tree of Life Synagogue occurred. Both the coordinators called me immediately and expressed the horror at what had happened and asked me if OT still wanted to host this event. I assured them we did. The following day, many people from OT wrote and said they hadn't planned on coming, but they wanted to be there to support this event.
Congregation Olam Tikvah was joined by hundreds of Christian and Muslim neighbors who showed up, told us that they were not afraid to be in our building the day after 11 Jews were shot. While praying. They were not afraid to be with us, and in fact, they wanted to come together so that we could all work together and feed children who needed food in our larger community.
What made this a significant moment for me, it was the coming together of so many cherished values. We were supporting one another's right to worship freely and to feel that our place of worship was sacred. We grieved with one another, and despite the feelings of horror and shock that all the members of OT were feeling, we still joined together and remembered that we're a community that supports hungry children and makes sure that they have food over the weekend.
Our greatest moment this year was the receipt of the $74,000 Homeland Security grant that we received to harden our building against the kind of attacks that occurred in Pittsburgh and Poway. We've had several professional security analysts come to OT and look at our building. And what they have found and what they have told us is our building is much stronger and much better prepared than almost any of our peers.
Well, every time I enter our shul, I see the embodiment of the name Olam Tikvah, our world of hope. There's so much hope. As I often stop and soak in the sounds right here in the building, our religious school students learning, having fun in their classrooms with each other and with their teachers. The sound of the B'nai Mitzvah students often practicing in the sanctuary. And especially every Shabbat, the place reflects the diversity of our congregation, from folks who have been members for decades, young singles and marrieds and teens and infants and every age in between. I just love seeing what I call the stroller gridlock in the sanctuary and in the hallways. Every Shabbat I look forward to seeing young children rushing to the center bima to sing Adon Olam. It is the most welcoming of congregations, our Olam Tikvah, and that's why my wife Elizabeth and I joined here 40 years ago.